Yes, we can hear.
Okay. So, okay. Few things again I need to tell you regarding the items part. I not kind of missed it, but yeah. Okay. Recording started, is it?
Yes, I have
Yeah,
started.
yeah, it's me.
Okay. So levels of items, right? Levels of items, right? So level 1, 2, and 3, correct? So level 1 is parent, then level 2 is queue, and this is barcode, right? Correct? So
Yeah.
if you see in the item screen, the first item screen, there's something called item level and tran level. Okay. Item level and tran level. So tran level is transaction level actually. Okay. So item level is the level of item. Let's say like we just denoted the item level means like whether it is parent level or SKU or barcode. Okay. Now the tran level is at what level of item the transaction will happen. So whether it will be at the parent or SKU, basically barcode does not have this transaction. So which means what? At parent the tran level will be 1 and at SKU the tran level will be 2, right? So now if I say so that my parent is actually the transaction level item, which means what? The item level will also be 1. Okay. So if I say so, if you remember, I spoke about there's a category of item which is called basic item, whereby there is no parent, only SKU is there and barcode is there. Okay. So in this case, the item level is 1 and tran level is also 1. Okay. This is what it means, which means what? Because the SKU is actually a transaction level item, which is also the parent kind of thing in here in basic type. Okay. So here item level and tran level both are equal and which is also equal to 1. Now there's another classification of item which is called variant item. Okay. Something that sort, which is called parent. We have a parent here, we have a SKU here, and we have a barcode also here. Okay. So here in this case, the item level, parent item level is 1, but tran level is okay, which means what? Which means what? So if you say so, tran level is 2, which means what? The level of item SKU is actually the tran level, transaction level item. Here, tran level is 2 and item level is 2. So any item which is actually selling or transaction is happening, whereby item level and tran level should be equal, whether it can be equal to 1 or it can be equal to 2. So now getting a hang of it, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Amal, Vaishali.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So SKU is the stock keeping unit that would say. SKU is actually a transaction level item. Okay, whereby the transactions will happen at this item, not at the parent item. So if you go back to the yesterday's session, we talked about red shirt, which is let's say 42 size, or let's say half sleeve also, which is actually a proper item which will get sold. So that is just SKU. Okay, and the parent is just a shirt, so we cannot make out like what kind of shirt it is. So then you come down to SKU, which is actually a transaction level item, whereby item level is equal to 2 and tran level is equal to 2, and that is actually selling. So for any transaction to happen, okay, what you need to do is you can write it down or I mean note it down. Any transaction to happen is item level should be equal to tran level. Okay, this way. This is important. Okay. item level should be equal to tran level for the transactions at which level of item the transaction will happen. So you will be able to understand. So here you see item level is 1 and tran level is equal to 2. So here the transaction will not happen. It has to be equal. Now for barcode, item level will be 3 and tran level will be 2. Okay. Here item level is 2 and tran level is 1. Okay, the tran level does not change, only the item level changes. Okay, so if I show you yesterday's item again, TWG shirt, right? Okay, so you see this item level 1, correct? Okay. Other details, item level and tran level is not there, right? Tran level, it's not here, I think so. Anyways, I think if I get to know like exactly where the tran level can be shown, we'll just check it out. Okay. So now moving ahead. So once you create the style, the parent item is created, then you create a children. Okay. So you see create children. Children means, so if I go back to this sheet, so parent is created, the style is created. Now you create SKU. So we are at this level now. Okay. You are going to create the SKU now. Okay. So create children. Okay. Now, if you remember, we talked about the differentiators and all, right? So you select the differentiators, like what all differentiators IDs you will have it for. Okay. So what is the range? 101. Okay. I'll leave the range. We'll go by differentiators only. Size, color. Okay. So see, we had two div groups, right? Remember? So color and size. So only one color is there and three sizes are so basically 1 into 3. So 3 SKUs will get created. Okay, if I select all of them. So now I select this. The type is orange. Okay, apply. Please select one or more differentiator from the color. Okay, select and do it. I selected color and two sizes. Is it okay or shall I select all the three? What do you want?
Will it can we see much difference if we select all the three or any
No. So
difference?
here as of now, two SKUs will get created, 1 into 2. If I select 3, it will get three SKUs will get created. Okay, so let's see. So 2 SKUs apply. So these two are the SKUs that got created with assorted color and 14, 10 and 14 sizes. Correct? Save and close. So these two children will be seen. Okay, so now you go to list children. From more actions, you go to list children. We just now created. So you'll see two items underneath this. Okay, fine. So if you see this, all the children item has inherited the attributes from the parent. Unit cost was 1, retail is this one, right? Markup was this, correct? So now you go to the hyperlink of SKU. Okay, so the SKU item will get open up. Okay, so you see transaction level is SKU. If you come here, okay, transaction level is SKU only again, but this is style item. Okay, this is SKU item, right? So now the item level here is 2 and transaction level is also 2, right? Okay, so all the details you see here has been inherited from the parent, right? You see this differentiators got this thing disabled and it's populated, right? Then go to more actions again. You don't have the children here. Now, can you guess like why the list children is coming here? What children can be created here? Any idea? What will be child of skew?
The differentiators.
Child of skew is barcode. Correct?
Yeah.
You still have to create barcode. Okay. So now I create a barcode. Okay. So number type will be select EAN13 generally. Okay. Generate. See this video, how it is getting generated. Not take that much time, I don't know. Ah. I just use this sometimes. Still not done, right? I cancel this. Got hanged actually. Not cancel now. Okay. Cancel. Not cancel because if I close this, right, this will still be in editable format. I'll not be able to open this item again. I got hanged, man. It's not good. Cancel. I don't know. It's not canceling. It's not canceling. This is the issue actually. I mean, it should have auto generated it or whatever. I don't know. Not going through. If I cross it, right, this will not open up again.
There is no autosave function or something.
No, because it got hanged, right?
So, okay.
It is hanged, and I'm just trying to cancel it so that we can move ahead with our data creation. So, anyways, I'll just see like if any other item can I use it, because definitely this item will not open because it will go in some other state itself. When this session is killed, then this will be available for edit. And I don't know how to kill this session. Anyways, let's see this save and close. That happened? No. Things happening here. I'll not be able to open. Let's see this. Okay, that's fine. If I open this, will it open? I don't know. I'm going to view mode. I was expecting this. Done. On this one, let's see. On this one. Okay, so this one.
So for how long will
Okay,
it
this
be
came.
docked?
Okay,
Okay.
this one came because we have not done any edit on this thing, right? Okay. So create children. So we are creating a barcode of this. Okay. So let's see this if I can insert some manual values. So EN 13. Okay. Now insert some value. It should be in only 13 digits. How many are there? So this is the correct barcode. You insert 12 numbers and click on check digit, calculate check digit. So this is one functionality which you will learn eventually, and that is the correct number. Okay. So I hope this should go through. Okay, click OK. Done. Okay, so this reference item is created. So you see primary reference. So this is a barcode. You can have multiple barcodes for the same item. Okay, but only one primary. The other will be unchecked. So which means if it is unchecked, so it is non-primary or secondary. Okay, save and close. Okay, then other details are same. Then so you see list children again came up. Then we have locations. You can associate location to the SKU item. Or see, you can also associate at the parent item. But when you so what will happen is that when you are actually doing the OK part of it, it will ask the system will ask you, do you want to set up the attributes from parent item to the child item? So I would want you to do this. Okay, set up the locations at the parent level item, check it out what is the pop-up message, and click on yes. Understand that what the message is all about. Okay, so I'm just creating it at the queue level. So you are associating the locations to the item, which means what? This is what is called, the screen is called ranging of the item basically. Okay, so location, you want to associate all stores or like this way. So these are the classification of locations. So store and warehouse actually create a location part of it, and how the classification of the location is actually put up here. Okay, so I'm just giving all stores. So this all stores will have this item associated. Okay, other issue, so it is ranged. Okay, status is active, taxable, yes. Primary supplier side, whatever the supplier you have already given at the parent level, it has come here. Purchase type is owned. Okay, unit cost, same thing what we have given in the parent level. Okay, primary contain. So all these information is inherited from the parent supplier information that you have given. Okay, description and all everything, tier and height. You see this, currency, all those things. Okay, click on OK. So the confirmation location will be ranged or updated in the background. The changes will be committed. Okay. Check the asynchronous job log from the for the status form for the status. Any additional updates on the screen will be allowed, will not be allowed. Okay. Would you like to continue? Say yes. So which means what? Like this, the location association is happening on the background, and you will get intimated like once this is done. Okay. Save and close. Oh.
So like how, okay, like a pop-up notification will that come or through any
Yes,
or through
mostly
any
yes.
other way?
That's what I remember. A pop-up notification will come that the asynchronous job is completed. Please check your results, something like that. But I don't know why this issue came up. So see, all these things, what you're noticing here, like ADF faces and all, these are like bugs, which should be noted, and the Oracle should resolve this. Okay, so this is a part of testing team, but let's say if you're noticing it, we have to inform them.
So we
Like
have
our
to,
Oracle team, right? Right?
Not Oracle team here, not our Oracle team. Oracle.
Okay.
You have to raise a SR service request with the Oracle to resolve this issue. Oracle, not our Oracle.
then Oracle support will deal the.
Yes. Oracle support team. Okay, so again TWG shirt. Let's see whether might have happened till now. We'll just see it. Okay, see, barcode also came, right? Okay, more actions. The location is not shown yet. Okay. So it was, I think, 14 only, right? We associated, or it was the second one. This one only, right? Yeah, barcode. Fine. So
10
we'll
and
just check it. It's correct only. We'll just check it out. Okay. So let's move ahead. Uh, just open this and what are the more actions part? Okay, fine. Okay. So simple pack. I'm not sure whether this edit will be happening or not. Okay, it's not allowing. Okay, so let's move to other. I'm just searching any good item and we'll create some data there. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so list children, so all these information. So you see this locations. Okay, so this is how it will see. Correct. So these are the details like what is the cost, unit cost, average cost, unit cost, unit retail, range. Yes. Okay, primary supplier. All those information you can see it here. Correct. Any questions on this?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when we are done with this data, so how do we publish it?
Publish where?
Like give to someone, like in the form of Excel or in the
No, no.
form.
So everything is automated. Okay. So with something called as RIB or some integration through which the data will be flown into other system. You mean downstream system, right? Downstream system, right? Or what thing you are asking for?
Like we have prepared this data and we have to give it to the user. So do we provide the full access or do we share it in the form of Excel or any other thing?
Users means like who users you're talking about?
Like we are preparing this for client, right?
Okay, so see, it's not about the client part, it's the data that we are creating to enable the systems, or
Yeah.
maybe the transactions or not. Okay, so they are aware of it. They can, any which ways, they will be having the admin rights and they can log in through their own login ID, then they can see what the data is. We don't have to provide it.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
can we export this to Excel?
you can, but you have to go through the database and then do it.
Okay.
This information is again available in the database. That's why we say like you access the database and put it in Excel, and if you want to use it for reporting purpose, you can do it that way. Okay. So cancel this. Then more actions. Let's say setup, simple pack. Okay, simple pack is actually a grouping of same items. Okay, so item number type foreign again. So pack number is generated. Say simple pack item something. Okay, quantity, how many quantities for the from the SKU you want to put it in the simple pack. So let's say 4. Okay, whether it is sellable or not. Okay, you say yes. Okay, or sellable, it's not required that simple pack should be sellable. Okay, so that's the option they have given. Store pack inventory, whether the store will you can say the right word will be whether it will actually allow to track the pack, the inventory of the pack item or not. Okay, that's what it means. Otherwise, all the inventory of the pack is actually tracked through the component item. So if it is no, If it is no, which means like only the component item component item inventory will be stored, other or tracked. Okay. Otherwise, like this, when you say yes, the component inventory will be tracked separately, and your SOH inventory will be tracked separately. Okay. Mostly what happens is like a SOH this store pack inventory will be tracked at the store level, but but also the system will track the component level, which will include the pack inventory as well. Which means what? I mean, like this is what I remember. So let's say component is actually SKU. Okay. Now let's say this its own inventory is 10. Pack, let's say pack has 5 in inventory. Okay. Now, and every pack is having 4 units. So as a component, how many SOH is there? How many units are there? 20 through packs only. So total component will be 30. Okay, and pack will be showing 5. Yes. Understood? Correct.
Hmm. Yeah.
Understood, right? Okay. So that's what it means. Pack level SOH inquiry, whether you want to actually check it out at what, whether the pack is having SOH or not, how much of the, how many packs is there as a SOH. For example, this one, you'll be able to see this 5. This one what it means. Okay. So all this information is coming from again the item side. It's uh, defaulted from there. So unit cost. Okay. So what should be the unit cost for the simple pack? Can I put 10? Think about it. Basically, like you need to justify your data setup. Can I put 10 or let's say 100 or 50?
10 is fine.
Huh? 10 is fine.
Yes.
Okay. Now see this. What is the quantity you are putting? 4, right? And what is the unit cost of the each component? 1,
5.
1.
Okay.
Remember, right? 1 only, right?
I think 10.
It was 1. Okay. Okay. This is a different item anyways. Fine. So I'm just sticking to that. Sorry, the previous one. So see, if you're putting the component cost as 1 and the quantity is 4, so ideally it should not be more than 4, right? What do you think? Right or wrong?
Right.
Correct. So this is what the thought has to go in, like what is the correct data setup for me. So I'll put as 4. I mean, just going from the previous data setup only. So 1 unit cost. Don't get hung up on this. What was the actual cost? But we are continuing with the previous one. Okay. So quantity is 4, and unit cost is automatically 1 into 4 is 4. Okay. It might be little less because it's a bulk you are buying from the supplier. Correct. So it might be little less, but let's say 4. Okay. Markup you recalculate it 60%. So this was with the unit retail. Other things that again copied from the earlier data setup. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. Okay, quantity is 4, unit cost is 4. Okay, create packs. Copy from the component. Okay, this one, this one, this one. See, internal and external financials are some entities, external entities, which actually help in packaging stuff. Okay, so that's what it means. VAT is your actually your the taxation part of it. So how much of the tax will the government collect for this item? So generally 15% standard we put it. That's what the VAT means, validated tax, and this is a different setup. Okay, we have a screen for this. Whether it will be having expenses, upcharges. Expenses is when the item moves from one country to another country, there are certain additional expense, that is additional cost that has been applied on raw cost of the item. This is from the supplier itself. So for freight charges or some commission, agent commission and all will come into the picture. That is expense. Up charges is like when the transfers is happening between the locations from location 1 to location 2, so certain costs will be attributed to the transfer of the goods. That is up charges. Okay. STS is your again it is related to government duties or government expenses that is levied on item movement from one country to another country. So it's also again like the import orders that we say. Okay, so import orders is like from one country to another country. It's not a local order. That's what we say import order. On in that purpose, that STS will come into the picture. So harmonized tariff schedule. Okay, this is for any government related expenses that will be coming will be part of STS. Okay, ticketing is something some tickets that can be printed like what you have seen in your I mean, just an example I'm saying, like if you go to Big Bazaar, you can see the tickets on the shelves. Okay, like this much is the retail price is the cost, something you'll see. Okay, that is ticketing part. Documentation, some another attribute to it. Okay. Okay. So see, exist becomes tick. Okay. Save and close. A simple pack. 1 second. I just want to show something. Okay. So we have already given the details of it. So fine. Okay. So this is it's sellable. Okay. So this is a simple pack. Then UDAs. Okay. So what is user defined attributes? Certain attributes which can be associated with the item, which is not part of a standard uh, uh, which is given by Oracle. Okay, so this is actually UDA's user defined attributes, which means what? So some details like this item is actually a it's not a royalty item. Okay, so this something attribute was given by TWG, something called royalty items. Okay, and some are non-royalty. So if an item is not royalty, it will be a non-royalty item. So this is a non-royalty item. Out of something 2 lakh items, some 10,000 items are only royalty items. So 1,90,000 items is non-royalty item. So this is actually part of non-royalty item, and how we actually tell about whether it's a royalty or non-royalty item is like this. When the UDID says that, okay, I'm creating a UDID 1, license indicator something, UDA value is 2, which is no. So had it been at 1, which means what? It becomes a UDA royalty item. In that case, I will add one more UDA ID 2, license source, and UDA value. DTR is retail, direct is a direct cost. Okay, so royalty expenses. So basically, like I'm actually putting an attribute to the item whether royalty expenses will be applied or not. So if in a non-royalty item, the royalty expenses will not be applied. If it is a royalty item, royalty expenses will be applied. So this is based on retail expense. Okay, what is the value? I give it in the free form text here. So if I give it here, I think it is 4. We'll see percentage. No, it's item brand. 1 second. Cancel. See this marketing percentage and percentage. Okay. So I'll give this, let's say 10%. So 10% of the item cost will be added. That's what it means. So that's it. Okay. So 10% of the item cost. So whenever this item will be used for any transaction or maybe the purchases, you will not see 1. Okay, you will see 1.1%. Okay, that is the cost. That was the ELC part I was talking about. Okay, I'm not going to save this because this value, these details are actually being seen by the by TWG. Okay, so I'll just cancel this anyways. But this is the way how any user defined attributes can be built up here to showcase some details on the item, which is not a standard one. Okay, then import items again, like so whether this item is importable. Okay, so in that case STS is applied. STS is actually harmonized tariff schedule, which talks about like if item is being sourced or procured from a different country. Let's say you are in New Zealand and you are sourcing it from India, so the supplier will associate it. In fact, the government will associate some expenses which is actually related to India government. Okay, and this will be coming in here. So if you see this, these are the values that get associated. Okay, so these are government related expenses that gets here. This is not correct. You cannot have a 000 value, otherwise everything will be zero. There is no point of STS. There has to be some value here, zero point 0.1, zero point 0.5, some value. So that means what? Like if it is, let's say 10 unit, $10 or New Zealand dollars is the unit cost of the item, then let's say some value here, it makes like 10.1 or 10.5. That is actually the total expense that will be incurred when the item is moved from India to New Zealand. Make sense? The data setup you might have to learn, understand like what all things are there. Okay. So similar to what, okay, expenses I've not shown you. I'll just check, I'll just show you this thing. But this is very much similar to expenses screen, STS screen. So assessment is the value. See the assessment right here. Assessment is the value which is actually income by the government of any country. Okay, expenses is the value which is being incurred by the suppliers. Okay, okay, during the movement of goods from one location, one country to another country. So it's a mostly on the purchase order. Okay, and so there are three things. So expenses, supplier will be using it for movement of the products from one country to another country in the case of purchase order. Assessment is the value associated with the government duties. Okay, movement of goods from one country to another country. Okay, third is the upcharges, which is actually related to transfers, movement of the goods from one location to another location. So these three things you will definitely see in time to come. Okay, and you might have to understand how these things play, because you might have to see and understand how the calculations are working. You would have to put time to understand that. Okay, any questions up till now?
No, I'll go through the recordings, and if there is any, I'll.
Any? No questions yet?
No, sir.
Okay. Create some data and then you'll have some questions. Okay. Taxes. Okay. So this is the VAT information I was talking about. Item VAT I just talked about. So this item is falling in this region. Okay. And standard VAT is applied. So whenever you are creating a VAT record for the first time, you have to put both. So both is cost and retail together. That's why it's asked for both. So I mean, like you can put cost and retail separately as well, but both has to be added to make it a valid item. Okay, this is how it will be. Okay, so active date is here. Like okay, so this is a part of data migration stuff. So when it got integrated into the system, that date has come in. Okay. You can add many more. Like there's something called as exempt. Okay, exempt means like zero this thing. Then 1%, 2%, something like that. At least one record is important. Okay. Then seasons and phases I can talk about a bit. So seasons and phases is like this is mostly used for reporting purpose and understanding the trend of an item. Okay. So if I see this, seasons is like what we have in India, right? Let's say winter season, summer season. I mean, like say two seasons I create. Okay, so you can create two seasons. No data to play. Anyway, then phase is within the season. So let's say summer season. Let's say summer season lasts for 4 months. So phase would be, let's say, in the first month of the will be the phase. So within winter, within summer, this phase will be, let's say, first month, and then you can have within this summer you can have this next phase also. So phases can be multiple in single season. Okay, so that's how it is. So just for information bit only, we are giving this. So for reporting purpose, maybe like for higher management, they might ask like, okay, generate a report for me how the seasons has performed, seasonal items has performed for me. So you can put this item like, okay, I'm putting a summer season. All the items falling in that period, summer season, will display in this thing. And then maybe like a purchases, how much of purchase has gone through, how much of sales has gone through, and during that people can be showcased. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, then ticket type. I am not very aware of this thing. Item ticket. I think this is a ticketing information. You actually create a ticket for this item. Ticket type. No data display. Okay, PO print type on approval. Okay, ticket will be printed when the PO is approved for this item or receiving of this item. Okay, during that time you create this ticket. Okay, so certain maybe like a ticket will be a kind of a sticker that will be put on the item carton something to help understand like, okay, this is the this is information for this item basically on the carton. Okay, cancel this. Then, okay, inventory information. So what is the SOH for this inventory for this item? You can check it out. This is item, all location, all store. So individual store, you can check it out. Let's say if at all this item is existing on this store, search it, you will get the information here. It's not there. Okay, nothing is here. So similarly, you can check it out. I can say done. I just want to see you. If anything is there or not. All locations. Search. Okay. -5. What is this -5? Okay. Item is. Can inventory be negative? Ideally, it should not be because that's wrong information. It should not be negative, but because system allows you to make the inventory negative because let's say my stock on is 0 and you create a transfer from this location, so it will automatically become negative. To the other location, it will become positive. Okay, so ideally it should not be negative. Okay, but howsoever, so these are the inventory buckets. So you can also check this out in the database as well. So how much of total inventory we have it? -5. Whether this item is on order, like any order is approved or not. You can see it here. Inbound allocation means like any warehouse to store this this transfer. Okay, it's called allocation. Any transfer which is happening from warehouse to store is called allocation. So any inbound allocation is happening, something you can see the information here. In transit is for transfers, normal store to store, warehouse to warehouse, and store to warehouse. Okay, any it's already shipped, then it becomes in transit. Okay, there's an expected transfer expected. You can see it here. It's already in approved state. It's not shipped, so it is expected. Transfer reserved, it's approved, not shipped. So transfer reserved is for the from location. Transfer expected is the to location. Return to vendor. Probably I'll talk it later. What is return to vendor? Any damaged items can be returned to the supplier or vendor. Unavailable, any damaged goods will be showing here in stock on hand. In progress sales, the sale has not gone through yet. Maybe in it's in process. Something like the customer has actually put it on the cart, so it's kind of reserved. And once the payment is done, this will go through. So probably that is what the meaning is. So let's say you go to Amazon, you put in cart. So here you say that sales is in progress for this one at store. And once it is actually made the sale, this will become zero again. Okay. So these are all the rows on columns here. Okay. Then another sales issues. Okay. Order detail. Okay, so this for this item, for this queue, this order exists, which is in worksheet status. So this is the information bit only. This is ordered, zero received. So how many outstanding? 100. Okay, so it will showcase, this page will showcase all the orders here for this item. Okay. Any questions in items? This finishes the items part. Lot of things to digest, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
many new things to learn.
yeah, yeah.
Long way to go.
Yeah, yeah. So see, items was the most important thing, and if this thing is done properly, then other things will be piece of cake for you. But if items is not proper, right, other things will be difficult. So do you need a break of 1 or 2 days to assimilate the items details for yourself? Maybe one day break.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Yes. I
Okay,
prefer that.
okay. So I will not have tomorrow's meeting. Are we in sync for this thing, or you still want to have a tomorrow's meeting?
No, it's fine. I'll take a break.
Okay. How about others? Uh,
Yes, I also agree with the same.
Okay, Vaishali, fine. So we'll take a break for tomorrow. Uh, I'll cancel the meeting for tomorrow and then reconnect on Tuesday, right? Then
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay. Any questions? And whatever we have spoke about. Okay. Till now. You can stop the recording now.